everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Nana Hawa, Creative Director, Nana H Fashion Academy. And I'm here on YouTube to teach you how to craft your own pattern, how to cut and sew from the comfort of your home. And today's tutorial is going to be on how to draft your hood pattern, how to cut and sew yourself. Yeah, that's why we're here today. So let me not waste much of your time. Let's get to work. But please, before that, kindly help me subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share with your loved ones. Thank you. So let's get to work.
So here I have my pattern paper, my tape rule, my marker or pencil, but I'll be using marker to make this pattern, my paper scissors, and my straight or curve ruler. Here I have my bodice block, and in this bodice block I have my half back and my half front pattern. We're going to use this neckline on this my pattern to make the hood pattern like this. In case you have already made garments that you want to attach this hood to, that is, you have a ready-made dress, ready-made jacket, or ready-made top that you want to attach this hood, so all you need to do is to take the neckline measurements, then divide it by 2, because we'll be using half neckline measurement to make this pattern. So now my point 1 to 2 is going to be 13 inches. 13 inches from my point 1 to 2. Here, 1 to 2 is 13 inches. I'm just using these numbers, that's the 1, 2, 3, to make the pattern easy and simple for you to understand. So my 1 to 2 is 13 inches. So now to my point 3. My point 3 will be 10 inches from my point 1. 10 inches from point 1 to get my point 3. Here is my point 3. Then square across from point 1 to 3. Square across from point 1 to 3, then square up from point 3 to get your 4. Square up from point 3 to get your 4, like this, and this here is going to be my point 4. My 3 to 5 is going to be 3 inches. That is 3 inches from, like this, 3 inches from my point 3 to get my 5. Then connect your point 3 and 5. Here is my point 5. Now my 3 to 6 is going to be that half neckline measurement, like what I did on my pattern before. Okay, let me show you how to take the measurements on your pattern, and if you have your already made garment, kindly take the measurement and divide it by 2. This is my neckline on my pattern, so I'll be taking that neckline measurement like this. This is my front neckline, and here I have 4.75, so I'll continue from that 4.75 on my back neckline, and here I have 8.25. Remember, my pattern here is half back and half front. So now from my point 3 to 6 is going to be that measurement, that is my half neckline measurement, my half back and my half front neckline measurement from point 3. So whatever your half neckline measurement is, mark it from your point 3 to get your point 6. Here is going to be my point 6. So now connect your 6 to 5. Using a straight ruler, connect your 6 to 5 like this. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to find the midpoint of my 5 and 6. So find the midpoint of your 5 and 6. Here I folded my tape into 2 and here will be my midpoint. Let's say this part is going to be my 0.7. From that my 0.7, I'll be moving up like 0.5 inch. Not even like, I'll be moving up 0.5 inch. Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect my 0.5 and 6. You can actually use your hand. We're just trying to get a slight curve around there. Here I have my 5 and 6 joined with a slight curve. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to move up from my 0.1, 7.75 inches to get my 0.8. 7.75 inches here. 7.75 from 0.1 to get my 0.8. You can turn your tape like this, but make sure you measure 7.75 inches from 0.1 to get your 8. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to measure 6.25 inches from 0.2 to get my 0.9. Here. All my measurement is starting from this part of my paper. So the next thing now is to move down 2.25 inches from 0.2 like this. Then connect. Now it's time to connect all my points together. Let me try this ruler from 0.8 to 9. It's not working. So I'll be using my hand to join my 9 and 8 together. Yeah. This is actually a deep curve and my hip ruler is not doing that work for me. So the next thing is to join my 8 and 6 with a deep curve. And this ruler is really working for me here. So I'll be using my ruler to connect this part together. Like this. The next thing now is to add my facing allowance to it in case you're not using lining inside your hood. This facing is really important because this will help you keep your work clean. So you need 2 inches extra after making your hood pattern. You need 2 inches extra at this side or more for your facing. 2 inches down. But what I'm actually making is with lining. I'll be using same fabric to cut my hood and my lining inside. Keep washing to see the process here. So this is my extra allowance for the facing this way, and my pattern is almost done. I'm making a slight curve around here, and here I'm done with my pattern. This part is really not useful to me. It's not even useful. So I'm canceling that part. This part is not useful. So this place right here where I'm marking with my pencil, this is all I need to cut my hood. This is where my pattern is, where I have my curved around that my 0.6 and 5 around the 0.4. Then that deep curve, that is where I need to make use of. So I'm cutting my pattern out now. You can see I'm cutting the part I cancelled out of my pattern, out of my paper. And you will see all I need to make my hood at the end of the day. So keep washing. So you can see I'm cutting around the curved parts like this. Since I'm not using facing for my hood, I'm cutting out the facing because I'll be using lining at the end of the day like this. But if you're using facing, kindly cut with that extra 2 inches. And here I have my hood pattern ready. Here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so here is that my pattern, and this is the fabric I'll be using for the hood. Here I'm going to fold it into 2 like this. Into 2. Then place my pattern. Please, if you're making your hood without lining inside, if you're making something with the facing we did before now, you're cutting like this, that is 2 pieces. But if you're making with lining, after cutting this thing on fold, that is after cutting these 2 pieces, you need to cut your lining again like this. I don't know if you understand. This thing I'm cutting now is going to be in 4 pieces. 2 is going to serve as my main hood, then the other 2 is going to serve as my lining. So now to the seam allowance, I'll be adding 0.5 inch seam allowance all through. 0.5, 0.5, like this. I'm done with the seam allowance. Now to the cutting. Cut, 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 cut. And here I have the 2 pieces. Now to the other 2 pieces. So this is going to serve as my lining now. If you're using lining, please don't use Ankara now. Fold your lining into 2 and cut. You can just place the first one you cut this way to cut your lining, or cut the Ankara you're going to use inside. You need only 2 pieces to make your hood. The remaining 2 pieces is going to serve as your lining. And here I'm cutting. I'm taking out my pins and my pattern as well. So this is what I'm saying. I have, oh, there's another pin here. I have 1, 2, 3 and 4. 2 is going to serve as my main hood, then the other one is going to serve as the lining inside. You can use another material as the inner part, like this. So the joining is going to be this way. That down part is where you're going to attach to your garments, to your jacket, your gown, your top. We're going to sew around this side. So let's go and join it and see the result. You can even see the shape from there. This is where we're sewing. And this down part, this way we're sewing 0.5 on this side to this point. Then this part is where you're attaching to that your dress, your jacket, your top that you want to attach your hood to. We're going to do the same thing to this other one that is so round that part.
So okay, to the joining, I'm going to join my 0.5. So on my 0.5 seam allowance that I added before now. So here is my hood. I'm going to join the other one too. I'm going to sew on this curved part. Okay, so here is the wrong side. By the time you turn to the good side, here I have my hood ready to be used. I have one of these, then this, that is, I have 2 of it. So I'm just going to turn it to the wrong side of my hood and notch to relax my sewing. That to the second one too, that is to the wrong side of it, and bring it out. Now I have my hood here. Yeah, I have my hood ready, and this one here. So now I'm going to attach it this way. That is good side of this, good side of this to good side of this, like this. And I'm going to sew it round.
Okay, so this is the result of the two that I joined together. That two pieces hood that I joined together, that is one served as my lining, then one as my main hood. So I pull one inside, as I pulled my lining inside. Yeah, this way. I pulled my lining inside, and here, because I use same fabric, you won't really see where the lining is and where the main fabric is. And here, this is the result of it. Everywhere is looking so clean and neat. You can use lining when you're making your own for the inner part, or another fabric for your inner part, while your main fabric for the outer part, that's the main hood. Okay, what I did here is just to iron my hood to make my work look neat, and here is looking very neat, cute and clean. Here all thanks to ironing. So now to this rough part, this is where you need to attach to your neckline, that garment you want to attach your hood to, that bomber jacket, the dress, the top. This is where you need to attach to it, the remaining parts. And since I'm not using with anything, let me just try my hood on my mannequin. Let's see what we've done so far. And here I have my cute hood on my cute mannequin. This is actually a basic hood. Yeah, so here I have my cute hood on my mannequin, and that is where you need to attach to your garments. That's the remaining seam allowance at this back here. You can see it right there.
Thank you for watching. Bye. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video on this channel. But guess what? I appreciate your coming here today. See you in my next class. Bye.